Hey guys, so this is going to be me drawing more props. Yay! And I'm about halfway through this section, so a few more pages and I'll probably do some bigger stuff like bikes and surfboards and things like that. Anyway, so this whole this video is probably going to be a little bit of a rant. I know I'm doing so many rants. I'm awful. Anyway, it's just a reflection on like taking art challenges and people who want to do art but don't want to put in the pencil time, and how you get better as an artist is to put in the pencil time. So let's start this off with a story from school. When I was in school, I was in fine art first, and then I went into an animation school. In fine art, I lived in my sketchbook. I would draw every day at least 10 to 20 pages a day, depending on what I was doing, and I would constantly just be sketching. Like, I lived in that book. And that was the norm for me, and it was because, like, I had watched a bunch of videos and stuff on like what to expect when you're in animation school, and I wanted to prepare myself for animation school, so I drew all the time. And then I got into animation school, and I was like hoping like to meet more friends in art that had the same passion and just wanted to draw and like wanted to like create characters and write stories and that kind of stuff. And what I found was, I think this is just because of the type of school I went to. It was a small animation school, an independent one, which has its own problems. Anyways, and their whole concept was they could teach anyone to draw. So they'd let people in the school that, like, they let in the really good students, and then they would let in people like the mediocre people, and they let in the in-betweens type thing, right? And sometimes they'd let in people that couldn't draw at all. And it was really sad to see those people just struggle because they didn't have these were just people that wanted to do art, and they were spending so much time and so much money on learning the basic fundamentals that a lot of people already had. So it was frustrating. Anyways, so when I got to art school, I was so excited because I was like, yes, I'm gonna meet like so many people that like just we're gonna draw and do so many different things. And a lot of the people never drew for pleasure. They only drew for school assignments. They might do like one sketch out of like for a week of just like not assignment stuff and for pleasure, and that didn't fly with me. Like that, I was like, no, we should be filling sketchbooks upon sketchbooks with just art. And they didn't, and they would look down on, like, I had this one friend, I'm no longer friends with this person, that would get mad at me whenever I would draw, and they're like, why are you doing this? Like, are you overachieving? I'm like, no, I actually enjoy doing this. Why would I go into art if I didn't enjoy fucking doing it? And that was the whole, like, concept to me, is if you're not enjoying it and you don't, like, why, if you're not going to better yourself, I don't understand why you're doing it. Anyway, yeah, so that was frustrating. Anyway, so long story short, it was just a really frustrating time in my life, like, at that point. And eventually I did find people, like, the next year, one of my friends met first year, and she, first year at the time, and she would just draw every single day. And she actually ended up becoming one of my best friends, and we can just sit together and draw for hours. So, like, I guess it's all on the type of people you're around. And, like, when I was in fine art, one of my other friends got into the same program, she was a couple of years behind me on it, but she could also just sit and draw, and we would do that. We'd just, like, sit on the one bench and we'd sketch, and that's kind of what I was used to, is like people to draw with and like to shoot ideas off of and that kind of thing. And I didn't have that when I went to animation school for the longest time, until I started hanging out with this other girl, and I was just like, wow, like, this really sucks. Anyway, like, until she showed up, I was like, wow, I can't believe, like, nobody wants to go drawing and no one wants to sketch, and it just frustrated me. Like, people would go sketching for, like, a life drawing, but they wouldn't draw anything, like, of their own and, like, characters of their own and stuff, and it frustrated me. Okay, so now we're moving on to the Sketchbook Slam Challenge, and it's the same principle, I guess. Like, people are taking the challenge and then realizing they have to draw a lot and whining about it. And I don't understand. It's like, you knew what the challenge was. You knew it was going to be hard. You knew it was going to be, like, a difficult thing to do, and you've got to book time aside and actually sketch, and, like, I just don't understand why people take challenge. I guess it's the culture we have now. Everyone likes to bitch about everything, and they just, like, I'm on Twitter, so I'm watching the Sketchbook Slam feed, and I just see everyone bitching. I'm like, oh, fuck, alright. Well, I'm having fun at least. Thank you, H.C. Brown, for, like, issuing this challenge, because I have actually drawn more and had more focused drawing, which is a thing. Like, you can draw and just spew out bullshit, like, all you want, but for focused drawing, that was kind of one of the things that I was, like, lacking, because I didn't know, what I want to draw. Well, each section of this book is a blocked off portion that I have to draw a specific set of things. Like, here, I'm drawing coffee cups. Like, this is, like, my prop section. I've done guns and different stuff. So, like, there's different things in the section, but it's making me draw stuff that I don't normally draw. Like, I avoid drawing, and it's nice. I really enjoy it. So, again, thank you, Holly Brown, for issuing this challenge. And everybody else, keep your chin up and just draw. And I think one of the best things, and one of the things that has really helped me out with this is, one, doing the live streams where you guys tell me what to draw. Those are super fun. I probably won't do another one until I do the final live stream of book flip through. But that, and theming each 20-page section, because as long as they're themed, I know that, okay, I have to draw, like, this many pages, and I've got to do so many props or so many objects, and, like, try and make it look like the object. Like, right now I'm doing gourds and melons out of my head, which is kind of weird, but anyway. But, like, if you know what you're supposed to be drawing, it is a lot easier to get your reference together, and you're not scrambling. It's just like, okay, what do I want to draw? I want to draw weapons. All right, let's get some reference on weapons. And then you draw a bunch of weapons, and then you can start, like, creating your own weapons and stuff. But, like, or, like, accessories, and, like, what would you find in a purse or stationery? Like, once you have the idea down, you can fill up a few pages at a time, and then you're just, it's helping you. Like, you're still thinking when you're drawing, because you're still trying to make the object look like what you're trying to represent, or make the drawing look like the object you're trying to draw. Jesus. Anyway, but, like, you're not struggling to figure out, I don't know what I'm going to draw. So that's one of the really, like, key things for me, was, like, making sure that I knew what my themes were. Like, even my gesture sketches, like, yeah, I do a lot of figure studies, but that's, like, it's always good to practice your figure studies. Like, I think I might do an entire section dedicated to hands and feet. That'll be one of the next ones I do. And, like, I've done anatomy, but yeah, like, I think that's where a lot of people are failing with this, is they're not giving themselves, like, mini challenges within the larger challenge, I guess is what I'm trying to say. and I'm rambling, so I do apologize. Anyway. Anyway, alright, I'm going to call that a video. It is a long video, and whoops. If you guys have any suggestions or questions, please let me know in the comments. Also, if you are new to the channel and you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. That would be really super nice. And if you like the video, give it a thumbs up. It is mostly me bitching, but whatever. Anyways, bye guys.